Hey everyone, it's Brett Hornby here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And here I'm actually on the road up in Edmonton. As you can see, the Rogers Place right there, the new arena for the home of the Edmonton Oilers. But actually, it's not the focal point of this video. And the reason I'm up in Edmonton on the weekend of September 11th to 12th was I went to the football game for the Labour Day Rematch, as my Calgary Stampeders defeated the Edmonton Elks after we lost them on Labor Day Monday. But as you can see around here, something to maybe want to see if you catch an Edmonton Oilers or Edmonton Oil Kings game, or if you come catch my Calgary Flames on the road, is this neon museum. Yeah, you got this neon museum on 104th Street in downtown Edmonton. This is just something you just don't see anymore. You don't see neon signs anymore, and it's all right here. And not quite sure which one you'd say is my favorite. I mean, all these signs now are all replaced by LED, but these are just these beautiful retro aesthetics. I mean, you got Princess right here. You see the XL rug service. It looks like some kind of K open sign. And then here you got this flashing what is it, the Pantiques sign. And of course you got the National Freightways, and there's WCK jewelry. I'm just trying to make up. Sometimes when you just take a picture, you don't get the best view of it. You get more of these arcades and another Admiral Appliances furniture, WWA arcade. I know an arcade is like one of the styles for that they call old malls. And then they do have a signage on the side of this building. This is that AGT TELUS building. As I go around the corner, I definitely like the neon sign of the modern TELUS logo. Let's continue working on. Hey, the art store. If you ask for my personal favorite, it's behind these art store, is that Blanchett neon. I just like that, kind of 50s style, kind of that pastel turquoise color with the clock. Right now, it actually is about 10 after 10 on a Sunday night, my last night in Edmonton before I come back to Calgary. But you got Georgia Earth, you got the animated Toronto Star Weekly Mike Smokes newspaper, and his guitar. And then you always see the drugstore. The other side you got the Mercers, which I'll show, and then I'll see if I can make out the signs. But as approaching the main intersection, this is 104th Avenue and 104th Street in Edmonton. See, there's the new arena, Rogers Place. And this is the Mercers right here, but here, and it's Grant MacEwan University. But I kind of also like this TELUS sign that you see right here. Not all the neon's working, but that just looks nice and classy. Go around this side, you see evidence that it's the old AGT, or it's still currently used, Alberta government telephones. But last part on this building is just kind of the old logo for the AGT. If I can make it out. Well, I'll be on this side of the street, and you can see TELUS. There's the address, and then you got the T there, and you can see that on the side of the brick. So yeah, you got the old. I just like that. That looks classy too, seeing the old modernized TELUS. It's just you don't see it anymore because everything's all LED. And you see there's the Rogers Place, all part of this ICE district. I mean, they definitely have revitalized this part of downtown a lot more, and this might be ideas on what will eventually happen in Calgary whenever we get our new arena built, which they say where it's going to start the start of 2022. Behind here you kind of see that that white. Did see exactly what it is, but when you see Hockey Night in Canada and the feature game here in Edmonton, that's the MacEwan station. There's Grant MacEwan University. I mean, this whole area I know has really been redeveloped in this past decade. I'll also take a quick look on the other side. You got the Mercer Furniture, or they call it the Mercer Market. You know, more of these signs right here. I mean, you just don't see this aesthetics anymore. Well, let's get to the signs since I'm out here, if I can hopefully make it out or read what some of these signs mean. But this is all just beautiful. I mean, you don't see xenon. Yeah, xenon, if I know my chemistry, is the element that gives off these colors, but it's, you know, obviously compressed gases that electrify, that's not as safe as LED. And also, if you can see out here, part of the ice district, you got the Stantec building, which is the tallest building in the Edmonton skyline. That's part of the all the redevelopment in this area. I mean, this area, I'm going to say in this past decade, has definitely been revitalized and more jumping in my mind. You can see a few more neon signs. This is the Mercer. It's trying to work around traffic when you're vlogging on the go. But I like these neon signs up here too, where you see shark. That Ovi's supposed to say movie. It's not an Ovechkin fan. Call the kettle black, but the black's not working. But that's one of the perils of neon. But let's finally get to these signs right here that talks a bit about some of the history of it, if you're still following along. This one talks about the Princess Theater, which is one of the historic buildings in downtown Edmonton. As you know, not as familiar with Edmonton, obviously, compared to Calgary. And then you got the, they call this one the Pantheist Theater. Yeah, you can get text out pretty well on these videos, so you can pause it and read. I'm not going to read everything word by word this late at night. And there's the Colonel Mustard's Canteen. Colonel Mustard. And then WCK Posters and Distributors. Yeah, you actually can kind of see some of these signs there. It's another thing that I like with some of these charm, these old historic buildings, just the style of the architecture. I'm staying at the Comfort Inn in downtown Edmonton, and it's near that first Presbyterian church that has that Gothic style. So yeah, here's Canadian Furniture. So I think you saw one of these furniture signs up on this wall. Canadian National Railway. Oh yeah, definitely recognize this one. You can always see that iconic when you look at anything Canadian history. Cliff's Auto Parts. Do you ever recognize Cliff's Auto Parts? Oh yeah, here's Cliff's Auto Parts right up there. Cliff's Auto Parts. Yeah, it gives that charm. Like I said, when you look at the late 1950s, early 1960s, this is when it was modern, when my parents were in their infancy. Drugstore, that's just a generic name for your local drugstore. And here's the XL Furniture. Yeah, that's one of the signs that, you know, came together. I guess that's where people went before the Brick. I know the Brick is the Edmonton-based company that started right here in a warehouse. That's why it's called the Brick. Yeah, you can see the XL Furniture. This all, you know, is the heart talking about the Neon Museum. This is just a nice little gem they have right here in Edmonton that you can check out if you're, say, if you're going to an event at Rogers Place. I mean, if I can try to get as much of this on there, you can pause it and read it if you're interested. And you can see some of the Edmonton back in the day. And then there's a couple more signs that talks about George the Bass. And then Mike's News. Oh yeah, that's the Mike's News, the Toronto News, which is, see the guy reading the paper, but none of the signs work. His legs are all weird, if you saw that. Alberta Northern Railway, yep, saw that by the National Railway. And then the WW Arcade, yeah, that's that one right by the corner where the telesign is, but half the sign isn't working. And then there's a couple more. I'm taking, there must have been a couple information signs here that isn't around anymore. But yeah, I did see the B-Bell Heath Bakery below there. The art store, very original name for an art store, and then the WW Arcade large sign. But maybe one of these signs here was my favorite one, which I said the Blanchett neon, or did I see the Blanchett neon? I just like how it has the clock and just the colors, and yeah, you can see the mics. But yeah, this is the Edmonton Neon Museum, what you can get on video. Walk on the go, of course, dealing with moving subjects all the time. But yeah, this is what is around Rogers Place, where the arena is. A few blocks away from my hotel, but I first saw this Neon Museum when I was here for the 106th Grey Cup back in 2018, and it was what, 4:30 at night, and I first saw this where it wasn't this dark. But I was more focused on, obviously, Grey Cup and the festivities for this Labour Day rematch. Yesterday, obviously, was the game, and go Stamps, that was a big win, especially in hostile territory, wearing red. But today, it was just, you know, spend the day to take in to say as much as I can. Earlier today, it was rainy when I walked down to the River Valley, so I couldn't really get a video of that, but at least it cleared up nice for me to take in this Neon Museum. This is definitely a gem in downtown Edmonton in the Ice District. This is just something that you just don't see anymore, and gotta take all in the vintage aesthetics. Oh yeah, I guess you do see the Northern Railway. It's just the light is not on. So I'll ask if you, based on what you see in this video, what's your favorite neon sign? Or if you've been up in Edmonton, or if you're watching this and you're, you know, from Edmonton, living in Edmonton, what's your favorite vintage sign? And like I say, I definitely miss these vintage aesthetics. So anyways, like I say, if you want to follow along with this Calgary sports fans journey, home of the Flames, Hitman, Roughnecks, Stampeders, I mostly do talk Calgary sports on my YouTube channel, and the reason why I'm up in Edmonton was to catch the Calgary Stampeders on the road. But I also do variety of non-sports content, like personal vlogs, attempt to comedy, do share my experience same on the road or a sport event, like this for example. And then vlog on the go, which kind of ties it in as well. So if that all sounds like of interest to watch, to follow along with this Calgary sports fans journey, you know what you do, just make sure you hit like and subscribe. I also have my other social links down in the description below, and then I got my second channel, Brett Hornby Shorts, where I post my short form content on here. But this, I had to like take a video, because I actually find that capturing the video of these neon signs does more of justice than trying to take a picture. So that's all I say. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the vintage aesthetics, and I'll see you in the next video, likely when I'm back in Calgary, where I really do feel like I truly belong. But try to enjoy my other destinations where I get to, and maybe this will be something that you'll see in Calgary in a couple years when we get our new event center going, how much an area's been revitalized. I've seen it for myself here, visiting Edmonton here and there in the last 10 plus years. So thank you.